Hello, hello. Welcome to another episode of On the Couch. I'm your host or co-host, Johnny Supa, and I'm here with...
Danny Cardozo.
Yes, welcome everybody. Welcome.
What do we do today?
We're going to have a little fun today.
Yeah, rapid questions.
Rapid fire, rapid
Let's
questions.
go.
Rapid fire questions by your producer, and we're going to hit you quick, John. Are all your services free?
Are all my services free? No. Our initial consultation with our clients to do the discovery and understand their mortgage needs or solutions or problems that they're having, that is free. In some situations, in most cases, the banks pay us. That's how we get compensated. So it's not free. Like obviously we work, we make a living, but sometimes and most times the banks are the ones that compensate us. In the situation, if you need alternative lending or you need a quick situation like a private loan, then yeah, we're definitely going to charge a fee because we're not compensated by the lender, and that's how we get paid for our services.
And these are rapid fire questions, so we're going to go straight to you now. And the next question is, should I get a fixed or variable rate mortgage?
So, I mean, a fixed or variable rate mortgage right now in this current market, the rule of thumb is if rates are low, you go fixed. If rates are high, you go variable. With the way the market is looking and we're looking to be stable right now, I might be encouraging my clients to go variable right now.
Are there any restrictions on refinancing my mortgage?
There definitely is restrictions, of course. First and foremost, I think a lot of people need to understand that there are ratios that we need to stay in line with, like your debt servicing ratios. And of course, the biggest one is the loan to value. Obviously, we've seen a big spike over the last few years with the value of homes, and a lot of people's expectations are, my neighbor's home was 1.2 million. Why is the appraisal coming in at 950,000? Well, that's just the way the market is, unfortunately. But second is the lender's restrictions on a refinance is that they're only going to lend you up to 80% of the value of the home.
What interest rate will I qualify for?
Based on your debt service ratios, your income versus your liabilities, we'll come up with a ratio that will be in line with the qualifications that a lender has or lender program.
I challenge that. I challenge that. Only
go nuts.
because sometimes rate don't mean nothing. Sometimes it's the policies and the product that the lender's offering that benefit the client. Because if your situation is going to change quickly or rapidly, the rate sometimes doesn't matter.
If I pull equity out of my home, will that hurt my credit score?
No. The answer is no.
Absolutely not.
Any reason why?
Well, I think there's, again, I hate using the word stigma, but a lot of people believe that once you do a credit check, it hurts your credit score. The balance of the mortgage, whether it's at 80% loan to value or 30% loan to value, the utilization of a mortgage balance does not affect your credit score. Nope. As the same way that your credit card utilization at 80% value maxed out or 30%. It's better to have a lower credit balance than it is a higher one. So here's a tip for everybody. If you got two $10,000 credit cards, do not max one at $9,000. You should spread the two at $4,500 each. You'll have 50% utilization and your score will increase immediately.
Or even better, try to keep it under 30%
Of the total.
of the total balance.
Credit. Yeah.
Real quick, here we go. Percentage-wise, let's stick to it. What percentage should I put down on a down payment?
So typically, a conventional mortgage is 20% down on purchase, but there are programs that will allow you to purchase a home with as little as 5% down.
Can you only put down 5% on a first-time home buyer?
I love this question because I think a lot of people don't know this. And why are you laughing? I set myself up. This is a great question.
This is a great question. Yeah, 100%. Keep going.
So I love this question because it gets asked to me all the time. Because you owned a home or you were a first-time home buyer in the past and you used your RSPs and you used the government contribution and you put down less than 20%, that when you go buy your next primary residence in the future, that you have to put 20%. That is false. That is not true. You can put down less than 20% on your primary residence every time you buy a primary residence.
Quickly, another
Yes.
one. Are you a licensed broker?
Yeah, 100% we're a licensed brokerage. We are licensed by FSRA.
And insured.
And
insured.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Question now for you. What is the best loan options
So every loan, every product out there is different to the client. We do a full discovery call and create a budget to see what not only today is like for you, but the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 years will be like. And we will try to find the appropriate product that's going to work for you today.
What are the 4 C's of lending?
There's actually 5 4 C's of lending. It's collateral, capacity, capital, credit, and character.
For you, do you compare fees with other mortgage brokerages?
So, are we competitive with our fees? We're 100% competitive with our fees, although you should, as a client, know who the person that you're dealing with and how they will not just look at today, but look at opportunities for you in the future.
Yeah, putting you in is easy. Getting you out is what you need to know. And if I just want to touch on that, if a broker that you go to charges a broker fee, it's because you're in a situation where you need alternative lending. But if they go back and don't have an exit strategy, that's what you as a consumer should ask. What is my exit strategy? And are you charging me on the exit? Because you're charging me to get in when you replace my mortgage with the new lender, because you can't give me a private. I can't stay in a private forever. So when you get me out of that private, what are you charging me then? And is there a fee? Are you double dipping? And that's what I think a question that should be asked, more relevant than that one.
And the very last question to this segment, which I think is going to apply to both of you, because I'm sure this is the number 1 question being asked. I am ready to come and see you. What do I need to bring?
So, I'm going to, since COVID, we've now moved to doing calls online or through Zoom or video, whatever the case is. What should you have prepared? I mean, you should know what your salary is. You should know what your debts are and the properties you have, right? And maybe having those documents that relate to that might help you with the answers that we're looking for.
And lastly, what about the career history? Do you need to know how long an individual has been working in the field?
Definitely. So the question is, what should somebody have prepared when they're coming to see a mortgage agent or a mortgage broker? First and foremost, I think you should be comfortable having the conversation. 2, because a lot of questions are going to be asked that you might have not been asked before. And like Danny mentioned, having your income documents and having your credit history relatively, like having that available to know is one thing. But I think sometimes too is maybe the consumer should put down 4 or 5 questions on why they want to work with us and have some good questions on asking, like, what are you looking for in a mortgage broker? Because sometimes,
When I do a discovery call, I right away start off, this isn't just about whether I want to work with you. This is about whether you want to work with me also.
Exactly. Yeah. You got to feel comfortable. If you don't feel comfortable, you're going to be hesitant. You're going to withhold information. You become the statistic that a buyer's a liar. I don't want to say that, but like you withhold information. You're not going to give us the full truth because you don't feel comfortable. So the most important part is that you feel comfortable with the person you're working with. So make sure you have some questions. Ask about our backgrounds. It's not really about awards and accolades, but maybe some of the reviews that our clients are giving us in the past that are going to be important to you.
Okay. And in all full transparency, you have something on the ledge there. What exactly is that?
On the ledge. Well, this can definitely.
On the couch.
Well, this can either put you on the ledge or take you off the ledge. I'm not sure.
Or off the couch.
Or on the floor.
So what is the tequila of choice of today?
So this tequila, the tequila of choice was the Grand Mayan tequila. This is a handmade clay bottle, which is really beautiful in its art form. It's extra aged. It's 100% agave. And it's 40% alcohol, 80% proof. This, for a long time, was actually my favorite. For a very long time.
I really enjoy this one.
Yeah. Just recently, though, when tasting some of the other ones that we've been displaying on our show, I think this one is falling down because I find it to be a lot sweeter than the others.
So what would you rate it as out of 10?
Oh, she's still going to be at a 7. Yeah, I'll rate it. I'll leave it up there. But this would have been a 10 until I tried the other ones. This is a little sweet for me now.
Yeah, I'm still at the 8 and 8.5 with this one. I still enjoy this one.
You know what everybody else enjoys? Where they can find you.
You can find us here on the couch on your favorite streaming platform like Spotify. If you want to see us in person, you can find us on YouTube and on social media at Instagram at Your Nesta Financial.